Imagine this, you wake up and the first thing you do is check your phone. You sit down for breakfast, then travel to work or school sitting. Once there, you spend hours at a desk staring at a screen. Later, you return home, relax in front of the TV, or scroll your phone until bedtime. The cycle repeats. Feels normal, right? But here's the truth, sitting for more than 6 hours a day raises your risk of early death by nearly 40% compared to people who sit less. That's why health experts call sitting the new smoking. Welcome to this deep dive into one of the most silent yet dangerous health problems of modern life, the sedentary lifestyle. We all know smoking, alcohol, or junk food are harmful, but what about the hours we spend sitting? Unlike smoking, which comes with warning labels, sitting feels harmless. Yet behind the comfort of a chair, it slowly drains energy, weakens the body, and shortens life. So, what exactly is a sedentary lifestyle? Simply put, it's living where most of the day is spent sitting or lying down with little activity. Think about working at a computer, driving, studying, gaming, scrolling social media, or binge-watching shows. Different activities, same problem, stillness. Studies show the average person now sits for 9 to 10 hours daily, more than we spend sleeping. And here's the twist, our bodies were never built for this. Humans evolved to move. Our ancestors walked long distances, hunted, gathered food, and stayed active all day. Movement was survival. Today, technology and comfort have trapped us in chairs, leaving our bodies unprepared for so much sitting. So, what happens when you sit too much? Your muscles switch off. The large muscles in your legs and core, built to move you, go idle. Your metabolism slows, so your body burns fewer calories. Circulation weakens, leading to swelling, stiffness, and long-term risks. Fat begins to store, especially around the belly, raising the chance of obesity and diabetes. Hips tighten, posture worsens, and the spine bends unnaturally, creating chronic pain. Even the brain suffers. With less movement, oxygen and nutrients flow more slowly. This leaves you tired, foggy, and unmotivated. That afternoon crash isn't always lack of sleep. Often, it's too much sitting. And this is only the beginning. Sitting starts a chain reaction. One small issue grows into many, spreading across body and mind. From heart health to mental clarity, the risks are greater than most realize. In the next section, we'll dig into the serious health problems linked to a sedentary lifestyle. Some may shock you. Physical health risks. When most people think about sitting, they imagine comfort. But behind that comfort hides a list of health dangers that silently build up with every extra hour in a chair. The first and perhaps most serious risk is heart disease. Sitting for long hours slows blood flow, raises blood pressure, and increases cholesterol levels. Over time, these factors place enormous strain on the heart. Studies reveal that people who sit more than 8 hours a day without exercise face risks of heart attack and stroke similar to those who smoke. The next major risk is obesity. Sitting drastically lowers calorie burning. When muscles are inactive, they require less glucose, leading to higher blood sugar levels. Instead of being burned for energy, fat starts to build up, especially around the belly. Central obesity fat stored in the abdomen is linked to heart problems, liver disease, and metabolic disorders. What's worse, prolonged sitting not only leads to weight gain, but also makes it harder to lose weight, even with diet and exercise. Closely connected is the risk of type 2 diabetes. Research shows that sedentary people are more insulin resistant, meaning their bodies don't handle blood sugar properly. This raises the chance of developing diabetes, which brings its own chain of complications like kidney failure, vision problems, and nerve damage. Even if you hit the gym for an hour daily, it may not fully reverse the damage if the rest of your day is spent sitting. Movement must be frequent, not occasional. Then there are the muscle and bone problems. Your body is designed to move, but long sitting weakens key muscles such as the glutes, core, and legs. Hips grow tight, the spine compresses, and posture deteriorates. Over time, this leads to chronic back pain, stiffness, and reduced flexibility. Many people also develop rounded shoulders and forward head posture, a visible reminder of too much chair time. In severe cases, issues like herniated discs or sciatica appear, causing pain that can last for years. Another hidden but deadly risk is blood clots, especially deep vein thrombosis (DVT). When you remain still for hours, blood pools in your legs. This can create clots that may travel to the lungs, blocking circulation, a condition known as pulmonary embolism. It can be sudden and fatal, and it often develops in people who spend long stretches sitting at desks during travel or even while gaming. So yes, sitting doesn't just make you a little stiff or tired, it quietly affects nearly every system in your body, from your waistline to your heart, from your bones to your blood vessels. And while these physical health risks are alarming, they tell only half the story. The other half lies in what happens to your mind. That's where the next danger begins. Mental health risks. A sedentary lifestyle doesn't just harm your body, it quietly damages your mind too. Have you ever noticed that after spending hours sitting, you feel sluggish, moody, or strangely unmotivated, even though you were resting? That's not a coincidence. It's biology at work. When you move less, your brain receives less blood flow, and with that, less oxygen and glucose, the fuel it needs to stay sharp. It also releases fewer feel-good chemicals such as endorphins, the natural mood boosters. Without them, your mental state begins to decline. Over time, this lack of stimulation leads to brain fog, slower thinking, poor memory, and decreased productivity. That's why after a long day at your desk, you can feel exhausted mentally, even though you haven't done much physically. Let's talk about stress and anxiety. Sitting for long hours, especially under study or work pressure, traps you in a cycle of mental fatigue. Without movement to release tension, your body holds on to stress hormones like cortisol. These hormones were designed for quick fight or flight responses, not endless screen time. As they build up, you feel tense, restless, and overwhelmed even by small problems. Research also shows strong links between prolonged sitting and depression. Physical activity stimulates the release of serotonin and dopamine, neurotransmitters that regulate mood and motivation. When movement disappears, these natural antidepressants decline. That's why people who sit for more than 7 to 8 hours a day are far more likely to report feelings of sadness, loneliness, and dissatisfaction compared to active people. Think about it. Humans evolved walking, hunting, and gathering outdoors. Movement, sunlight, and social interaction were built-in antidepressants. Fast forward to today, and many of us spend entire days isolated in front of screens, cut off from these natural mood stabilizers. This explains why sedentary lifestyles are increasingly linked to mental health struggles worldwide. The danger is subtle. At first, you may notice only low energy, irritability, or difficulty focusing. But as sitting becomes your daily routine, these mild symptoms can escalate into chronic anxiety, poor sleep, or even depression. It's like a slow leak in your mental well-being, barely visible day to day but destructive over time. The good news: the fix doesn't require massive lifestyle changes. Even short bursts of movement, like a 10-minute walk, boost blood flow to the brain, clear mental fog, and release stress. Stretching improves circulation, while outdoor walks combine movement, fresh air, and sunlight, a powerful natural prescription for a better mood. In short, too much sitting doesn't just age your body, it dulls your mind, steals motivation, and reshapes your mood. Protecting your mental health is as simple as standing, moving, and reminding your brain it was designed for action, not endless hours in a chair. Hidden long-term consequences. When people think about sitting too much, they usually picture stiff backs, sore necks, or tired eyes. But the real danger of a sedentary lifestyle isn't what you feel today. It's the silent, long-term damage building inside your body over years. Studies show that people who sit the most have about a 20% higher risk of death from all causes compared to those who move regularly. Even if you're young and appear healthy, inactivity quietly accelerates aging. Scientists have found that prolonged sitting shortens telomeres, the protective ends of DNA. Shorter telomeres are linked to faster biological aging, weaker repair systems, and higher chances of chronic disease. In other words, sitting too much makes your body older than your actual age. Another consequence is a weaker immune system. Movement helps immune cells circulate through the bloodstream, guarding against infections. But when you sit for hours, this circulation slows, leaving your defenses down. Over time, this means you're not only more likely to catch colds or flu, but also less able to fight off serious illness. Sitting is also linked to higher cancer risk. Colon, breast, and endometrial cancers show strong connections to prolonged inactivity. Why? Because sitting affects hormones, fuels chronic inflammation, and worsens insulin resistance, all conditions that encourage cancer growth. Unlike back pain, this risk isn't obvious day to day. It develops silently. Your cardiovascular health also declines. Stillness stiffens arteries, raises cholesterol, and encourages plaque buildup, setting the stage for heart attacks or strokes later in life. Add in obesity and diabetes from inactivity, and it's clear why experts warn that sitting is the slow poison of modern life. What makes this even more concerning is that the risks are dose-dependent. The more hours you spend sitting, especially beyond 6 a day, the more damage builds up. Think of every extra hour as trimming small pieces off your lifespan. But here's the hope: much of this damage can be reversed. Regular breaks, stretching, and short walks reawaken circulation, activate muscles, and balance hormones. Just standing or moving for a few minutes every half hour can undo hours of strain. Over time, these small choices stack up, protecting you from the long-term risks of sitting. So yes, the consequences are serious, but they are not final. With conscious effort, you can reclaim your health and add quality years to your life.
Solutions and practical tips. Here's the encouraging news. While the risks of sitting are very real, they are not a life sentence. You don't need to run marathons or spend hours in the gym to protect yourself. Small, consistent habits sprinkled throughout your day can undo much of the damage and restore balance to your body and mind. The first strategy is to take micro breaks. Every 30 minutes, stand up, stretch, or walk for just 2 or 3 minutes. These short breaks improve blood circulation, re-energize muscles, and reduce the harmful effects of stillness. Over a full day, these movement snacks add up to a powerful protective habit. Next, try desk-friendly stretches and simple exercises. Shoulder rolls, calf raises, torso twists, or neck stretches can be done anywhere without equipment. Even small actions wake up your muscles, ease tension, and improve posture. If you work from home, keep a resistance band or light dumbbells nearby for quick strength moves. If you can, consider using a standing desk. Alternating between sitting and standing helps maintain posture, keeps your metabolism active, and reduces lower back strain. If a standing desk isn't an option, even raising your laptop on a stack of books for part of the day can make a noticeable difference. Productivity techniques can also improve your health. The Pomodoro method, where you work for 25 minutes and then take a 5-minute movement break, boosts focus while ensuring regular activity. Instead of scrolling on your phone during breaks, stand, stretch, or walk a little. Your body and brain will thank you. Incorporate movement into daily routines with walking meetings or phone calls. Instead of sitting, walk while you talk. Aim to reach at least 7,000 to 10,000 steps daily, but don't stress over the exact number. What matters is consistency. Even if you can't hit the full step goal, any movement is better than none. Finally, rethink your daily habits. Choose stairs over elevators, park farther away from entrances, or do short workouts at home. Dance for a song, do a few squats while brushing your teeth, or stretch before bed. These simple, almost invisible changes add up over weeks and months, building a healthier, stronger body. The key idea is this: movement is medicine. You don't have to transform your life overnight. Start with 1 or 2 changes, keep them consistent, and gradually add more. Over time, you'll not only reduce the risks of sitting, but also feel more energetic, focused, and alive. So yes, sitting too much is dangerous, but the solution is in your hands, or rather, in your legs. Stand up, move often, and reclaim your health one small step at a time.
Here's the truth. You can't erase yesterday's hours of sitting, but you can change today. Every single time you stand up, stretch, or take a short walk, you're protecting your heart, your mind, and your future. Those tiny choices may seem unimportant in the moment, but over weeks, months, and years, they add up to years of extra life and far better health. The sedentary lifestyle is often called a silent killer because it sneaks into our routines without us noticing. A comfortable chair feels harmless, yet behind that comfort hides risks to your heart, your metabolism, your muscles, and even your mood. The good news is that awareness is the first step to change. Once you understand the dangers, you can act. Start small. Stay consistent. Treat movement as medicine. Remember this, your chair might feel cozy now, but too much comfort can quietly rob you of energy, strength, and even years of life. Don't let sitting steal your health or your future. So, make the choice today. Stand up, stretch, take that walk, climb those stairs, dance to a song you love, or simply move around more often. Every step you take is an investment in yourself. Live longer, live stronger, and live happier because your body was built to move, not to sit still.